Hello, what we're going to be covering in this video is we're going to write a program to compute the following. So sites like Zillow get input about house prices from a database and provide nice summaries for readers. We're going to write a program with two inputs, the current price and last month's price, both as integers. And then we're going to output a summary listing, the price, the change since last month, and the estimated monthly mortgage computed as follows, which is the current price times an interest rate of 5.1% divided by 12. And we're going to output each floating point value with 2 digits after the decimal point, and they provide you an example of how you could go ahead and display that information. So we have a couple of test cases, and down below we want the output to look exactly as it is written in the output here. So let's go ahead and get started. I will go ahead and open up idle, and let me go ahead and create a new file. So we will go ahead, create a new file. Let me just expand this. So again, the first thing we want to do is we want to write a comment stating what the program will do. This program will calculate a home's change in value and monthly payment. Okay, so what we're going to be asking for inputs are the current price and last month's price. So we'll go ahead, establish a variable for current price, and that will equal, they want it inputted as an integer, so we will convert the input to an integer, and we'll just enter a prompt here. So the first time I'm going to go ahead and use double quotes, and the reason why I'm using double quotes is that I need to use a single quote within my prompt message. And there's two ways that you can do it. So this is the first way. If you're using single quote in your prompt, you could just use double quotes within your print statement or our input statement. Then we will get last month's price. And again, that will equal an int. And what I'm going to do in this example, I'm going to use a single quote. So we're going to have enter last month's. And what I need to do here is I'm just going to use the escape sequence, which is a backslash and a single quote. And that way I can actually use it within a display statement where I'm using single quotes. So you could do it either way. You can either use double quotes if you have a single quote in there, or you can use the escape sequence for a single quote, which is just the backslash and the single quote. So we've gotten the input from the user. So the first thing we need to do is calculate the change in value, we're going to call it. And that will just equal our current price minus last month's price. And then we need to calculate the monthly payment. And that will just equal our current price times the interest rate of 0.051 and then divided by 12. And then all we need to do now is we need to print our output. So we will print this house is, and then we're going to enter our little format sequence in there, the opening and closing braces. Again, this is an integer, so we're not going to basically display it 2 points to the right of the decimal point, and the change is, again, $ opening and closing curly braces since last month. And then what we need to do is we need to go ahead and specify the substitution variables. So first thing we need to do is we need to go ahead and type in .format, And then we're going to specify first is the current price. And then the second value is the change in value. Okay, so what we're going to be doing in this statement right here is we're going to go ahead and substitute current price. So whatever the current price is going to be substituted into this first curly braces, and the change in value will get substituted into the second curly braces. And then we also want to print out the monthly payment. So the estimated, and make sure I spell this correctly, is, and we will specify a $sign, our opening and closing curly parentheses, and then we want to specify our formatter. And what we want to do is it's a floating point number, and we want 2 digits to the right of the decimal place is how we want to go ahead and format that. So we will go ahead and close that out, and then we'll add our format. And then what we want to do is we want to enter the variable that we're going to substitute into our print statement that will get formatted. So it looks like that has been inputted correctly. So I will go ahead and click on Run and click on OK. And we will just call it real estate. Let me go find my CIS 150 directory, chapter 3. And we will save it. Okay, so let me just expand that here a little bit and get my input screen out there. So we will go ahead and enter 200,000 and then 2,210. So it's went down in value. $1,000. Oh, and it looks like we may have an issue here. So we will go back in and monthly price. Oh, okay, I used the wrong variable name. So let me go back into, and that should be monthly payment right there. So we have our little error, so I will go ahead and change that to monthly payment, and I will rerun it, resave it. And let me see here, close that down. We'll enter 200,000 to 1, 2, 3, and then 210, 1, 2, 3, hit output. So it looks like we have a negative one. The house is worth 200,000. It changed in value, went down 1,000, and the monthly payment is $850. So I am just going to go ahead and run the program one more time. So we will go ahead and run it and see what we get here with our latest output. 350 and 310. So it looks like it's gone up 40,000, which it has. And the mortgage payment would be $1,487.50. So that looks like everything is working correctly now. So basically what we did in this program is we learned how to go ahead and format our output and display it neatly when we go ahead and display the output to the user. So again, that's all I had for this video. So we will go ahead and talk to you later.